How's it going, everybody? It's your boy. Wait, no. It's your boy, Farmer Phil. We're back here with another Farmer Phil episode. It took me a little bit of time to get on with this one. Okay, ignore the poor battery. Guys, I always have a low battery. I'm sorry about that, but I always have a low battery. You guys should know better by now. I'm always going to have a low battery. All right, so today it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to be talking about where you should be at this point in the game. Now, right now, I'm level 42. That's quite a jump because I was level 39 in the last episode. I've been doing a ton of farming, but I screwed up. I should have had Veromos within a week of my last video, but I wasn't paying attention, and I was like 3 water essences, I think high essences, and then a few mid essences short for the Undyne, the water Undyne. Now, if you look here, I do have Veromos 6-starred and fused already. I actually did it on stream while I was streaming TOA Rush, and we actually just 6-starred him right away, just instantly. We had a ton of Dark Angel Mon to get him up to level 35, kind of almost like a Zero to Hero, only we didn't get him to level 40. And we did max skill him as well. So you should be saving up all those Devilmons you collect. Now, of course, I stopped the Farmer Phil series for like months and months and months. So, of course, I always logged in and just collected Devilmon whenever I remembered to log in that week. And, of course, I ended up getting so many Devilmon. It was nuts. But ignore this point into where you'll have like max skills. Mainly you just want your first skill maxed out. And that's because you want the extra 25% for the dots. Right? 75% chance to inflict continuous damage is pretty important when you're going to be dealing your damage from the dots. So that's a big point there. On top of that, you're probably at this point, if you're playing really consistently, you're probably about 2 to 3 weeks in. I would say if you're not, if you're a little bit further into the game, like maybe a month or 2 into the game and you're following this guide along, and I'm talking about new players. I'm not talking about players that were stuck in watching this guide. I'm talking about new players that are starting from the beginning. Then, of course, you'll probably have just enough Devilmon to get about 4 or 5 skill ups in there, because you can get Devilmon from events and other stuff like that as well. Now, we're going to talk just a little bit about the progression, okay? So, I would say anywhere from level 1 to level 20, you should have your Belladon. Anywhere from level 1 to level 20, you should have, well, of course, you know, I'm saying it's like level 2 to level 3, like level 2 or level 3 to level 20. In between that range, you should get your Belladon from the Light Hall. After that point, you should be farming like crazy to get runes to put on all of your units. Now, this is my Belladon here. You'll notice it has 141 speed. That's not that much, but I focused quite a bit on the defensive stats so that my Belladon can survive. So it's got just over 1,000 defense. It's got just over 26,000 HP. Now that's pretty good. It actually survives quite a bit in Giants. You don't really need to worry about too much accuracy. The resistance is just a bonus, of course, and it's a really good source of healing. It's actually probably the best thing you've got at this point in the game. On top of that, I made my Belladon my first 6-star. Of course, because my Belladon can farm. You guys are probably wondering, well, 6-starring a farmer is better because you can farm all of your stuff and you can 6-star more units, all of this stuff. Now, while making a 6-star is extremely important, making 2 6-stars is even more important because the stats at level 40 are significantly greater than at other levels. Even 6-star level 30 is more stats than a level 35. Because when you 6-star them, they get a lot of stats. Anywhere from like 25 to 30 at a 6-star is where it surpasses level 35 5-star. Okay? So it is important to 6-star your units. But at the same time, you're limited on resources, so you really do want to 6-star the correct units. And now, with my own Veromos, once I get some runes on him, because I do need to put a few runes on him, Swift runes and stuff like that, I'll need to farm those up. I might end up just doing, maybe I'll do Despair just for the heck of it, because I don't really have many options right now. Actually, no. I have some Swift runes from Konamiya. So, yeah, once I put some runes on my Veromos, I'll be able to run Giant Speed 10 on my own. Now, at this point in time, guys, this is where you're going to want to stop what you're doing, okay, and start going for the Baretta Fusion. Of course, if you have other pools like Chasoon, you might want to get her leveled up and start Devilmoning after Veromos, of course. But if you have nothing else to do, you're going to want to farm runes and work on your Veromos fusion. So if it's like Fire Hall Day and you need the Fire Serpent, then you're going to want to start looking for that within the dungeons. Now, of course, the Fire Kitty or the Fire Marshal Cat is available in the Guild Wars shop. I'm not quite sure if she's in a secret dungeon. I don't think so. The last time I checked, she wasn't. But you also have the Water Magical Archer, which is a secret dungeon. And then you also have the Wind Salamander, which is a 2-star, which is easy to get from shop or scrolls, or even from a secret dungeon. Okay, so that being said, going back to the progression standpoint, I was farming Giants B10 at level 32 using Friends Veromos reps. Now, some people or a few of you might think, well, that's not farming it really, you're using reps. Well, what's the difference? Because you're still getting the runes that you need. You're still getting that chance of the runes, correct? You're still getting the rewards. So that's all that matters. It's not like, oh, I need to do it on my own. It's you don't have to have some pride issues here. It's just about getting the things that you need to optimize your account early on and skip some steps as you progress. So, that being said, using Veromos reps with a consistent team that's going to set you up for your own farming will allow you to also prioritize those said units and get set up for your own farming. And the reason I say that is because with Veromos reps, you're limited to how many times you can run the dungeon. With your own monsters, you can run it as many times as you want. And you look here, I've got 1,200 crystals. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to be spending all those crystals to farm Giants B10 like crazy. I'm going to get Despair Runes for my Baretta when I fuse him, which the 4 stars are pretty easy to fuse. I mean, let's be honest. The 4 stars, they're really just, takes like less than, like a week. Once you get all of the materials, it's just, boom, you're done, okay? But the 5-star, Veromos, is a little bit more difficult. So at this point, at level 41, it should have been level 40. I had to wait, until the next week, and I was farming Giants B10 until the dungeons came back up. But anywhere from level 40 to level 41, you should have your Veromos fused. Okay? Belladon should be 6-starred anywhere, at around level 30. Maybe a little bit before it, maybe a little bit after it. Doesn't matter. But anytime around level 30, Belladon should be 6-starred. Feel free to get rid of some of your units, like the Water Fairy you can get rid of. I got rid of Ramagos. I was close to getting rid of Siak, but you can keep him. He's a 2-star. The reason I get rid of him is because they're farmable, they're easy to get, that kind of thing. But I kept Tion because Tion could be potentially used for later, and it's an LD unit. So you're better off getting rid of units that you can farm later and skill them up pretty easily. So on top of that, at this point, we pretty much got Giants B10 on lockdown. I mean, the reps that we were using to farm it were pretty much like these kinds of reps, So I think we can use these stats. I think we can reach these stats and farm it just really easily. A lot of you are probably thinking like Veromos, reps, they're gonna be ruined on Violent. They're gonna be so much better, Reafi. It's gonna take you forever to make your Veromos rep able to do it with your team. No, I was using these kinds of reps here. I mean, some of them are pretty good. Like some of them, yeah. See here, I can get these kinds of stats. You see, but some of these reps are on Violent runes and pretty decently ruined here. You see, so yeah, of course, some of the reps are better than others. But you don't necessarily need Violent runes with your Veromos. Swift runes will work anywhere from 170 to 190 speed, or even more with Veromos works. Ideally, you're going to want plus 15,000 HP or more. You're going to want a little bit of accuracy on your Veromos, and the reason you need accuracy is because you want to land the continuous damage effects, or dots, onto the boss, because that is how you do damage to the boss. So, yeah, that's about it, guys. We're talking about progression here. I just wanted to just kind of discuss this as I level up my Veromos rep. I'll be fusing Baretta, and then I'll discuss TOA in my next episode when I have Baretta close to being fused or already fused. We'll talk about that. But this is just a little short, well, not really short, but a little step up and kind of a guideline for where you should be and around what level you should be. And this is a good guideline to know if you are doing and following the guide correctly, if you're doing well. Okay, guys? So if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. We're closing in on TOA 100. I did get stuck on stage 50, unfortunately, because there was just too much CC this last reset. But this reset, I'm pretty sure it's going to be rather easy. So I think within this month or the next one, we will have TOA normal cleared. It should be within this month. If we can't clear it by the end of this month, I don't know what to tell you guys. But alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. And I will see you all in the next episode. One last thing. For all of you guys that keep emailing me to hop on their account to re-ruin for you, please stop. The reason I haven't really started the series that I was talking about yet, the reason I haven't talked about it is because I haven't decided how I'm going to do the process yet. I mean, if I'm only doing one person a week, a lot of people are going to be left out, and I'm getting tons of emails, hundreds of emails each week asking for me to go on the account. Some of them saying, hey, I'll pay you or donate money to you, and that's fine and great. I totally accept donations, but I don't want to prioritize donations, you know, otherwise that might seem like, you know, bribery and whatnot, and I really don't want to take that channel in this direction. I'd rather help people, mainly either just randomize to keep it fair for everyone, or try to help as many people as I can at one time. So just stay tuned for the series. Please stop emailing me about getting onto your account, and don't send me your information. I don't want your information. If you just send it out willy-nilly like that, you're gonna get your account stolen. If you haven't heard about the recent hacks, it's still going. It's still ongoing even after CompTIA secretly buffed their security. You're just asking for your account to get hacked. But alright guys, I will see you in the next episode.